Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about formatting. Formatting means the shape or the form of something. And formatting your writing is important for the final draft. So after you've written, corrected it, and you've made it as good as you can, you want to make it look good on the page. These instructions come from the MIU Writing Handbook, and we'll look at two examples. I think for my class recently, you are writing a narrative essay, a story about a memorable day, but the format, the arrangement on the page is going to be the same for many kinds of academic essay. Let's look at the example. First of all, they've got how to format a paper if you're writing by hand. And so one of the important things is the oops, the whole of the paper should be on the left side, not on the right side. Then you want to write your name, the class code, and the date on the top left-hand corner of your paper. If you're doing it by computer, you want to follow the instructions. And here we can see the menu, which is on the top of MS Word. And it's quite useful to know these instructions in English. File is where you make a new file. And on the menu which says File, on that tab, you can also see it says Open, Close, Save As, and Page Setup. You can use the normal page setup. So usually your page is going to be set up with some space at both sides, and you don't have to change anything very much. But if you need to change it, then it's helpful to know where to click. So here is one good hint. You want to keep your paper justified to the left. You don't want it in the middle, except if you are writing an advertisement, if you are writing something like a flyer, a chirashi, or you're writing a poem, then you can use the middle. But this part in English, I'd say left justified. And it means everything is coming from the left margin, not from the middle. And by clicking this one, you can get it to jump to the side that you want. The next thing is, for the first line of a new paragraph, you want it to jump in a little bit. And they're saying you can make a marker for it. I think it's okay to use space to indent. They're showing you how to set up a marker. When you are doing a long paper for an advanced class, you should use double space. Why? Because the professor may want to write a comment in between the line. So it's much easier if you use double space. But if you are not yet finished and final draft, and you have many pages, then I think don't waste the paper. You can do single or 1.5 spaces. Where do you find the double space icon? It's in the menu at the top. I'll try showing you that later. Here's an example of handwritten paragraph. So here we can see she's got it on the left. She's got her name, Akiko Yamada, and her student number, then the date, May the 8th, 2011, And then she's got a title, Exercise for Weight Control. So it's not the same topic as you. And then she's got a little space at the beginning of a new paragraph. That's called indentation. And she's left one line in between each thing. Normally, I would say this is a little bit wrong because she's got some words on the second line, but actually that should be, everything should be on one line and then leave a line. But it looks pretty neat. So here's an example paragraph done on computer, and it's very similar. The name is at the top with her student number. Then she's got May the 8th, 2011, and she's got the title. I think you should also put the class name. So if you can put academic writing 2, that's also very helpful. And if the assignment is connected to your textbook, you might want to put ready to write page something, which is related to the assignment in the textbook as well, and then put the title. And the title for your composition is going to be A Memorable Day. So that's about layout from the MIU handbook, and I hope that's helpful. Let's try looking at the screen sharing has stopped. Let's try looking at Microsoft Word. See if I can screen share my screen top. Yeah, I can. So here we are. Let's open Microsoft Word. And we'll have a new document. And I'm going to save as, that's how I give the name. And I'm going to save it in my folder for AE22. And I'm going to call it Memorable Day, October. I'm going to call it after today's date, October 25. And then I'm going to put Ellen Head, because it's very helpful if you can save it and call it with your name as well. And so now I'm going to put my name, Iri, Hedo, student number 11111, let's say. And then I'm going to put the date, October 25th, 2024. And maybe I want a bit of space there. And I'm going to say academic English assignment. I think I'm going to say narrative paragraph. And maybe nice to make those bold because they're kind of headers. And then I'm going to put the title of my composition, Memorable Day, or it should be A Memorable Day. A Memorable Day. And then I've probably prepared my rough draft on the paper somewhere. So go to your notebook and you can type. I hope you are learning to type so you can type without using one finger. It's very good to know how to type using your proper hands. And so then I'm using tab to indent the paragraph. One of the most memorable days of my life was my sister's birthday when I was a little child. And I think I'm going to cheat a little bit because I already prepared. So you're going to have your paragraph there. And remember to save it. See if I can cheat. So my paragraph was rather long, I don't know if I can copy it nicely. See what happens. Zoom. Share the screen. Yes, it copied well. So I'm copying it from PowerPoint. You don't have to put it in PowerPoint because usually we do academic writing in MS Word, or if you have Mac, then Pages. We can see it's got a little bit too big space here. So I'm going to just try changing the layout. And I'm going to make special custom margins and make a little bit smaller on the right side and see if that makes it snap. I didn't really, maybe that's just going to be ragged. So really I want to, that's better looking, isn't it? So when you change the format between documents, it can be a bit troublesome, honestly. There's one other thing you can notice about my paragraph. My paragraph is a little bit long. So maybe I'm going to keep it as 2 paragraphs. It's kind of before watching. We don't use bullet points in academic writing. Before and after watching. And I'm going to read it again and see if I can make it shorter. You can fast forward the video if you're getting impatient. Oops. So I had one I prepared before. So now it's in a kind of block layout with 2 paragraphs. And we just need to make the space to be double space. So where do we get that from? Home, yeah, home. I'm going along, paragraph menu. This one's the one that makes it snap to the left. That's looking more neat, isn't it, when it's like that? It makes it into blocks. And this one will make it double spaced. And I think it's nice if it's all on one page. So I'm going to just make the margins custom, which means I've set the margin how I want it. Your professor will usually tell you if they have some special requirements. And now I've got it so that it all prints on one page. I think that's much better. So I've got a 2-paragraph story on one page. Let's just read it and check if we think it's okay. And we can also use AI grammar tools to check. Let's see if we can find grammar check on tools menu. One of the most memorable days of my life was my sister's birthday when I was a little child. Oh, we don't need those, that's now got repeated, so we can delete that one. I don't know, let's just focus on her birthday. So I'll edit it. We went to Henley. Many, we could see many. Oh, I got a spelling mistake there. And so now we can see AI is doing something nice. The blue line shows us a mistake. It was a few hours drive. It's telling me I need to put apostrophe because it's a few hours of driving. So now the blue line has gone away. And so those blue lines are showing me if I've got a mistake. After watching the boats, we had a picnic. It's a comma. And then the blue line has gone away. Then we got in a boat. If you make a grammar mistake, let's just show if we get, then we get in a boat. It should show that as a mistake. I didn't. Let's see if we can find any ways to check the grammar. Review is very useful. If you click review, you can put comments. But for now, I just want to see if it can do a spell check or a grammar check. That looks quite a complicated one for if you're doing long paper. This is for if you're doing emails. You can get it to read aloud to you.
We went along there. We stayed on the river for more than 1 hour. I felt excited and a little scared. It was hot. I decided my doll wanted to swim, so I threw her into the water. Oh,
let's pause on that.
My brother helped to get her using the long pole, which was for pushing the boat. After going on the boat, we went to a cake shop. The cake had been ordered before. It was the most beautiful cake I had ever seen. It had roses made
An AI voice. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it on Zoom or not. Review. That was in review. It's read aloud, and I can stop read aloud. Let's look what else we've got on the review menu. I can count the number of words. 382 words. You don't need to write so much as that. If you write 160, 180, 200, that's fine. 200 is very good. 180, fine. 160, no problem. Let's check. What else have we got? We were on review. View. Learning tools. Oh, no, we don't need that. Not now. But you can change the appearance of it. Hey, let's undo what we just did. And let's go back to normal layout, print layout. This shows you what it's going to look like after you printed it. And so I'm going to end there. And I hope that's been helpful. And we'll get some more practice with doing that today, hopefully. Please make sure that you learn two-handed typing, and I'll recommend a typing game in another video.